All right. Hey, everybody. It's Sarah Ann, your organizer for Awakening Anonymous. And we have a new moon today. We have a lot of actually incredible things going on this week. Mercury retrograde, the opening of a pretty intense portal, and this new moon today. And I sent out some information about all the energies that are going on, and I will reference that note in this video. But I really wanted to share with everybody a new moon ritual that I do that has really been able to keep me on my path and secure that I'm creating everything that I need to. And, you know, this group is all about sharing what has worked for us, not advising others on what to do or trying to fix others or really engaging in any sort of preaching. We're here to share our own experiences and what has worked for us. And when somebody has a challenge, we tell them how we can relate to the challenge and how we have addressed similar challenges in our own lives, because that's where I think we can really support each other and how we can keep this environment free of sort of a hierarchy. So I was inspired to create this video because on Saturday we have our first event, Storytellers of the Awakening, which I'm really excited about. And a couple of days ago, I interviewed Kareem, who is going to be our featured storyteller. And she was sharing about how she has this list on a bulletin board that she has to keep her secure that she is creating and doing what she has intended to do, even when she feels disconnected spiritually. And this can happen to all of us. And I could so relate to that because one of the most powerful things that I do, and it just seems so simple and like kindergarten, like is I have this bulletin board in my room, and these are the main things that I am creating. And you can see that there's 7 hearts. And yeah, I like to work with the numbers 7 and the numbers 3 because I was born on the 3rd of July, and that's just my jam. And that's my thing. And I think that you can adopt what I'm about to teach you and do it your own way. And the key is there's no right or wrong way to do this kind of ritual. It's just whatever feels right for you. But with that said, I think it's easier if somebody guides you through their own process so you can create your own process and, you know, pass it on to somebody else who could benefit. So anyway, I'm talking in my normal spiral format. I apologize, but it's a new moon, and on new moons, I like to do what is called a burning bowl ceremony. On the new moon, I like to create, and on the full moon, I like to release. So I'm not going to focus on what I'm trying to release in this video because this is all about creating. But we're in Mercury retrograde, and I feel this is what that feels, that energy feels like to me. It feels like I should not be pushing to create a lot of new projects or just manifest like new crazy things. It's all about taking the energy that I have really pulled through these first 2 months of the new year and now anchor it and develop what has already been really grounded. So I have these 7 main things that I'm working on. And today I'm going to build on that. So this is what you're going to need for your new moon manifestation ritual with a burning bowl. You're going to need some paper. I used color paper because my main manifestation goals are in whites, and I like color just so I can, you know, see the difference. You're going to want to have some scissors. Okay. And then cut some shapes or whatever. I feel connected to hearts, and I happen to be working with a lot of green and pink energy right now. So I have some green hearts and some pink hearts, and I have 7 here. And then grab a writing utensil that will allow you to see. I happen to have a black Sharpie so I can really see. And then write what you are intending to create. This says, veo el mundo y hojas de té. And it's in Spanish because that's how I got my guidance. And I will explain about guidance later, but just write whatever is personal to you. You don't have to write a chapter detailing what you're trying to create, but the process of writing it out, I feel, is very powerful. I don't know why. For me, it just works. To actually go through the process of taking out the paper, cutting out the heart, as I am thinking about what I want to put on here, and seeing the heart and connecting to my heart space, and just writing out something that is validating that I received the message from my guidance and spirit, just connects me. I don't have to do any kind of prayer. I don't cleanse my room. Sometimes I do, but it doesn't have to be elaborate. That's just what works for me because I trust the process. I hope that makes sense. So write whatever you're hoping to create. Hopefully it relates to something that has already been anchored or grounded. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no rules for this. But I will actually place this heart next to one of the umbrella goals that I've already been creating since the new year. Okay? So you're going to want something to display whatever it is that you are writing out, because this is the important part. As we are on our path, living in the real world every day, there is so much noise and everything is trying to distract us. I mean, I really feel like that's the main goal out there, is to keep us distracted so that we're not paying attention to what we want to create, because we are very powerful creators. So when I wake up every day and I see that and I'm looking at it repeatedly, and I even set an alarm in my iPhone to go off to remind me of certain things when I know that I'm really susceptible to distraction. I mean, that's another tip that you can do. It's very, very powerful, because no matter how shitty my day is, no matter how freaking off my path I feel like I am, I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Sarah. You created it. It's done. Just keep the energy. Keep the energy. Hold the energy. It happens to all of us. So just know that, please. So get something that will allow you to display. I just have some push pins. Again, I'm showing you a very simple version of this. I don't actually do vision boarding because I can't find the time. I got to admit it. So this is the process that just works for me. Okay. So maybe you just have one thing that you really want to work on for the next month, because again, our lunar cycles are like every 2 weeks, right? So this is what keeps us in the energy of creating with the cosmic cycles. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to look again at what I have on my board, and I'm going to do another burning bowl ritual during the full moon and release whatever might be blocking me from creating. And you will be amazed at how you progress if you just work with the lunar cycles and, you know, your trust in being able to create. I know I'm talking in my spiral way again. So once you have these all filled out, and you don't have to actually do this on the day of the new moon, because I think that energy is kind of like an open window. So whenever it feels right for you, sometimes I even do it, you know, a day after the new moon. It doesn't matter. It's all about just putting the intention out. But I really like to do the actual burning bowl ritual on the new moon, which is going to be tonight. And I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm in Wisconsin. It is so mother effing cold out that I'm going to be going outside. Yeah, and not doing that right now. But to do the actual ritual, you're going to need fire, which I have on both sides of me. And you're going to need some type of container that is safe for anything hot or on fire. Metal bowl is really good. I have like an old school kind of ashtray if I'm just doing it by an open window. Although just be prepared for anything to happen, and keep water close by, because it's fine to actually pour a little water in. And then what you're going to do is, oh, I forgot one really important point. Make two versions. Make two versions of these. And this is what I actually do is I make these hearts ahead of time, the ones that I'm going to keep on my board. And then I write the second copy right before my ritual, again, to reconnect with everything. All right. And then you have the extra copies. Now for the ritual, what I like to do is take my iPhone and use the voice memo to create a meditation that I will use for as long as I feel necessary every morning when I wake up and sometimes before I go to bed. So you're going to get yourself into a meditative state. And in another video, I'll talk about my actual process for connecting with my guidance, because actually for each goal that I have, I call in a different guide to work with me, because I don't believe in doing anything alone anymore when there's support. But I'll talk about that later. But just get yourself into a space where you connect to your heart, however you can do that, whether it's just moving into that space. Sometimes I'll think about puppies or kitties or babies or a man I have a crush on, whatever allows me to open up my heart. Do whatever works for you. And I connect to my intention to be a God, goddess, creator. And then I just start talking. And I talk into my voice memo so that I can record it. So it's like a recorded meditation. And I talk about all of the different things one at a time. I pull it out, I read it, and I talk about what I would like to happen. And I'm imagining it, and I'm feeling it, and I'm explaining why, so that it's not that I'm justifying it, but I'm allowing myself to understand why I want to create this and why I want to tap into my God, goddess energy to do so, and why it's in alignment for the highest good of me and others and the planet. And that really, it's very, very powerful, because in the process, I get to know myself from the perspective of my God, goddess source. And then when I'm complete, I stop the recording and I burn, baby, burn. So the whole idea is to watch the creation change forms and to move into something that is higher dimensional as it becomes a different, form, as it turns from solid matter into something that's more etheric. So you get your fire, not going to show you, but just be safe. You light the copy that you're going to burn, you light it on fire. And I like to watch the transformation, and just make sure to put it in your bowl or in your container. And if it gets out of control, there's water. You're not going to mess up the creation process. And just allow it to become to more of a spiritual matter. And that's it. And then take the other copy, if you haven't already put it on your display board or bulletin board or on your refrigerator with magnets, however you want to do it. You just want to make sure to do that. And then again, I listen to the recording every day. And, sometimes I fall off my path for a couple of days or a week or a month, but I can always go back to it. And it's like the momentum is never lost, I feel. So I just want to share that. And this is also really fun to do with other people. And I think if you can create collective wishes that you're hoping to manifest with 2 other people, so that you're 3, that can be really, really powerful. And maybe we'll be doing something like that as a group soon. So happy manifesting, happy new moon. Thank you for listening to ramble as I tend to do, and wishing you all much love. And I hope to see you on Saturday for our storytelling event. It's going to be really, really good. I will put the details with this video as well. Thank you. Much love.